Right, so this video is me beating Five Nights at Freddy's 4 420 mode, which I did quite a while ago, but I never uploaded it. But I thought today, hey, why not? So that's what I'm doing here. I've beaten a much more difficult achievement in Fnaf 4 with the Halloween edition, but I'm uploading this anyway because I might as well put out everything that I've beaten. So as far as Ultimate Custom Night, first of all, I will do that eventually, but I haven't got around to it yet. I've beaten 4920 mode, as I said ages ago, but I just haven't been playing it. So I'll do that eventually one day, right? So let's just talk about the Fnaf 4 strategy, right? So as you can see, you've got the doors on the left, right, and you have the closet, and you have the Freddy's behind you on your bed. So obviously with the Freddy's, as soon as there's 3 of them, you want to flash them, because if they're on there for an extended period of time, then they're going to jump scare you. And then as far as Foxy, as soon as he gets in, so you want to try and keep him away for as long as possible, but sometimes he gets in straight away. You just want to make sure that he doesn't get in by shutting the closet doors, right? So then you have left and right. So on the left you have Bonnie, and when Bonnie comes to you, you start breathing, and you want to make sure to shut the door if you hear breathing, and if you don't, you just carry on with what you're doing. And if you hear footsteps, that means they're either walking towards you and they're in the hallway, they're at your door, or they're walking away from your door, and you can't really tell which one, so you just have to go check here if you hear any breathing, and if you don't, you just flash the light. Same goes with Chica, except there's a couple added things. Chica's a lot less quiet when she breathes, a lot less quiet when she moves, and sometimes goes into the kitchen, which in that case you don't need to check on her at all until you stop hearing kitchen noises, which means you can just go about just looking at Bonnie and Foxy and Freddy. So that makes your life a bit easier if that happens, but you can't really rely on that as a safe bet. Then finally you have Nightmare, which he comes in around 4 AM, and you want to make sure that when you hear him, you go to wherever he is. When he stops moving, you're going to constantly hear him move from left to right, and then when he stops, you want to go and check on him, and you want to shut the door instantaneously. There's no point flashing, you don't really need to. As long as you hear the audio cue, you shut the door. Now, there's a couple things he also does, which is laugh, in fact. So when he laughs, you want to make sure you look behind you and in front of you. Sometimes you won't have enough time to look at both, so you kind of have to make an educated guess. It's more of a 50-50 chance, to be honest. But if you hear him laugh and then he continues to move, that usually means that he's continuing to move, and you don't need to check behind you or in front of you. But sometimes that can also mean that he's actually still moving to one of those places, which I don't know why that happens, but sometimes it does, and you just have to deal with that, right? So it's a bit unfair, but that just happens, especially in blind mode. So you're going to want to kind of make a guess, and if it doesn't happen, make sure you quickly go to the other place as fast as possible. And if that doesn't work, then you've lost, which tough luck, you're going to have to do it again. So yeah, it was pretty easy this night, so I'm just going to let it roll from now onwards, so you can hear, listen to the breathing, see what I'm doing. I'll see you next time.